I just love this shoe that much. I've had it since I was a kid. It's been with me through so many good times and bad times. I mean, you couldn't have told me when I got this shoe at age 14 that I would still have it at age 40. What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka ShortyC94, back at you again with more sneaker-related content, and we are here with another ShortyC94 sneaker rotation. This is for February 14th to February 20th. February 14th, that's Valentine's Day. Broke out the 2005 Air Force One Mid Valentine's Day. I've had these since then. One of my favorite Air Force Ones. It's probably my first or second Air Force One Mid that I own as far as favorites. And what makes this different from a regular standard Air Force One is this heart here on the strap. And you have another heart here on the tongue. And you got candy hearts on the insole. Get a little closer up in there for you. I also like the fact that this swoosh is just a swoosh and not the regular Nike Air that's on the back of Air Force One Mids. So again, just a really nice shoe. I like the lining here as well. It's a little bit different. I don't think I've seen that on another Air Force One. And again, just a really clean shoe for it to be a red Air Force One Mid. So on Monday, broke out the 2013 Air Jordan 1 High BHM. This is the very first BHM Air Jordan 1. These released alongside a Mellow 9 and a Spizike. The Spizike was all Volt. The Mellow was all blue. This obviously is black in color, but the best thing about this shoe is that the whole upper is 3M. This also has a really neat insole with Carmelo on it and some other BHM and Mellow graphics. Unfortunately, I don't know where the midsole, I shouldn't say the midsole, I don't know where the insole is. It's somewhere in this house, but I haven't got around to finding it. For whatever reason, this specific colorway, this specific shoe feels better without the insole in it. It's not even that they're too small. I mean, these are an 11, which, you know, I could still do in Jordan 1s. So I really like this colorway. You got your Wings logo here. You've got BHM branding on the tongue. You've got your Jumpman on the back. You've got a translucent outsole. You've got your Nike branding right there. Bottom is a little dirty because it's been kind of rainy and muddy around here, North Carolina. So for Tuesday, wore the 2016 Nike LeBron Soldier 10. This specific colorway was given to me by a friend of mine. Shout out to my boy Mo. These are from the ring ceremony, the opening night of the Cavs 2016-17 season. This was only a few months after they beat Golden State, after Golden State blew a 3-1 lead. It's one of the greatest moments in Cleveland history, and as a Clevelander, I love it. And whenever I see a Soldier 10, no matter what colorway it is, I always think of that because LeBron wore this model pretty much after Game 2. Game 1 and Game 2, he wore a LeBron 13 Elites, but he switched to this Soldier 10 from Game 3 on. And I remember watching the finals and trying to look at his feet like, what the hell? What, you know, because it hadn't been shown, you know, or released, no pictures or anything. So that summer, colorways of these are just popping up everywhere. But again, this colorway specifically is special because it's from opening night when the Cavs got their rings. For Wednesday, I broke out the most meaningful shoe in my collection. Air Jordan 1 Chicago. This is the 94-95 retro. I say 94, 95 because everybody refers to these as 94s, but these really came out at the beginning of 1995. They were produced in 1994, but these really came out in 1995. They came out about 2 months before Michael Jordan announced that he was returning to the NBA. And the way they did the 94 reissues, they came out with the 3 first. They came out with the white cement and black cement. Then they came out with these and the black and reds. And then later on in 95, they came out with the white, black, and red to the OG colorway that Michael Jordan wore in away games. And they did that just as a high, and they did the low, but they didn't bring out the white and gray and red one, just the white, black, and red one. So I ended up getting these probably April of 95. I got them from Champs at Tower City, and they were $50 or $55. They were really cheap, but they only retailed for $80 to begin with. So for me to have had this shoe since 1995, since I was in 8th grade, about to be a freshman in high school. I was in a 10 and a half at the time. These are a 10 and a half. Just a wonderful shoe that I've had through everything. The majority of plain clothes jobs I had in my life, usually the first day I'll wear these. It's kind of like a beginning kind of thing for good luck. But yeah, these shoes are everything to me. If I had to get rid of all of my shoes and keep one pair and start over, it would be these, and that has nothing to do with the current day Jordan hype. Okay, for Thursday, I wore the 2013 Nike Zoom Kobe 8 System BHM. This colorway was worn by Kobe Bryant. He wore this colorway in January of 2013. Pretty sure it was on Martin Luther King Day when the Lakers played the Bulls. Looking at the specs of the shoe, you've got your normal Kobe 8 bottom. You've got your normal Kobe 8 insole. You've got your Kobe mask or Shizuku logo. And you've got BHM on the back here. 3M straps on the back. Kobe's signature on the side right there. And you've got some icons here near the toe. You've got another Kobe mask logo right here. Now, this 2013 Nike BHM collection, because we just had the Jordan 1 for Monday, but this Nike basketball collection with this print, this gray and the orange, is probably my favorite. Bronze, the KDs, they had a couple different Air Force Ones. I mean, just beautiful. So I'm very happy to own this. Friday broke out the Air Max 98. This pack that this shoe is in is called the Windbreaker pack. You had a bunch of Air Maxes come out in colorful colorways in summer of 19. And this is the Air Max 98 rendition. I have a few other models from that pack as well as some of the apparel. But I love this 98, and I love Air Max 98s in general. Air Max 98 is my favorite Air Max. I mean, the 95 is right up there with it, but for this colorway to be so bright, it, was a must-have, and this model, to get the love that it gets now, is refreshing, because when the Air Max 98 retroed in 2014, nobody cared about it. Then, 2 years later, they did the Supreme collab. It kind of brought some notoriety back to the shoe. And by 18, they felt comfortable releasing them again. And they've been around consistently since 18, because in 14, couldn't give these away. But this specific model, bottom is a little dirty. But you've got your yellow airbag. You've got the Nike Air branding on the back right here. Normally, it would just say Air right here. But since this is themed off of 90s windbreakers, that's why they included this Nike Air. The Team Sports looking tag on the inside is kind of worn away. And I've only worn these a few times. It's crazy. But yeah, just a wonderful, wonderful shoe. I always love this weird side panel here. This little thing here, as random as it is one of my favorite things about this model. Air Max 98 was designed by Sergio Lozano. He's the same guy that made the Air Max 95. I like how he took the logo from the Air Max 95 and put it on here. And he still used the same airbag that was used on the Air Max 97. Though for some reason, at least for my foot, Air Max 98s are more comfortable on my foot than Air Max 97s are. So. For Saturday, the Air Jordan 7. This is the first retro from 2006, so you see that gold lace tip there. I've had these since release day. These came out April 22nd, 2006, if I'm not mistaken. These came out alongside the Flint Gray 7, which I definitely have to break out, especially since it's going to retro soon. But being honest, I love this shoe, but it's my least favorite OG7 colorway. The Olympic one is right up there with it too. They're great colorways that I own. I mean, I have 2 pairs of these. I have 2 pairs of Olympics, but yeah, I just, I don't know. It's such a plain colorway, especially for that time period. I mean, in the early 90s, when these came out, I was 12, 92. So, you know, other colorways of the 7, the Bordeaux's, the Hairs, the black and reds, you know, they all had the tongue with all the colors and designs and stuff on it. I don't like when the 7 just has a plain tongue like this. It's a clean look, and this definitely matches Chicago Bull jerseys well, but, you know, I still think they could have had a design on this tongue. But I haven't really worn these a whole lot for these to be 15 years old and me to have had these since release day. The bottom is still really in good shape. You still got the Jumpman on the insole. Let me pull these laces out the way. I don't even know if you all can see that. But yeah, so this model is, the 7 is one of my favorite models, and it doesn't get the love that it used to or that it should. So make sure and like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you already aren't, at ShortyC94. And I'll see you guys soon. Be blessed. Peace.